Hello and welcome to Stateside on Politics Social, and I'm joined, as nearly always, by the delectable Scott Williams. How you doing, Scott? You all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
You massive fanny.
You're a fanny. Shut up.
He started it, mate.
I didn't start it. You started it,
mate. Listen, good job. Good job. I just want to say good job. Getting the fuck out of America. Bloody hell. Seriously, man.
Yeah.
I will not be there right now. Oh my God. So I just saw an interview. There was a guy, he called up the radio in Ireland, right, to talk about, his name's Seamus Cullerton. He's an Irish citizen from County Kilkenny. He's been detained by ICE for 5 months, despite having a valid work permit, no criminal record, married to a US citizen, and he run a plastering business in the Boston area. He called up from the jail. Well, sorry, I say jail, the detention center. Yeah. And it's basically like a big tent that everyone is being kept inside. I'm going to just link the chat here. I'm going to link, I've just put that in. So there's the link if you want to see this article. It is absolutely mind-blowing. This guy has done nothing wrong, and he has been detained in what sounds like hell. Now, Scott, I've spent a little bit of time, being detained around the world, most notably in Cape Verde and in Congo for 6 days apiece. And, I laugh and joke about it now, but at the time, it's a bit fucking traumatic,
Oh, it sucks. The complete loss of freedom. I can't. Yeah.
This guy was detained during a random immigration sweep on the 9th of September last year while buying supplies, and the detention caused him to miss a key October immigration interview, and so he basically is getting deported. A judge approved a release on a $4,000 bond, which was paid, but he was kept in detention. He hasn't been released, even though he's paid the bond. He's being held in El Paso, Texas, which is 1,000 miles away from where he was working in Boston, reportedly in crowded conditions, and his family and lawyer have raised concerns about hygiene, illness, and mental toll. And the Irish government have reported a rise in Irish citizens seeking consular help about US deportation issues, up from 15 in 2024 to 65 last year. Mate, I can't stress this enough for anyone watching this across the pond. Get out. Just get out. Just get out of there. It's beyond fucked.
It's insane.
Do you feel lucky that you got out?
I mean, this is crazy because we left 32 years ago, so to me,
you must have known. You must have felt it in your waters. You must have known this was coming or something.
My 16-year-old self knew that Donald Trump would become president. No, my mom left her for her own reasons, obviously, and she was English, so that's the reason we're here.
I was only joking. I didn't think that you really had a crystal ball and went, "Oh my God, have you seen the state of the place in 2026? Blade Runner had nothing on this."
So, I mean, do I feel fortunate that I live here now? Yeah, a little bit. But then, at the same time, I wouldn't be a problem. My brother wouldn't be a problem. We are U.S. citizens.
Well, so was that woman who got shot in the face, Renee Good? Or the guy who got shot in the back of the head?
No, I hear you. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, I wouldn't be detained, for,
some U.S. citizens have been detained,
Yeah, I'm sure they have. I'm just saying that I was born there. So, it would be, I don't think I'd be kept very, very long. It'd be like, literally was born here. You can't keep me here on some sort of immigration problem. But, let's say my mom, if she was still alive, that could be an issue, right? That could be something that you never know. So, yeah. But obviously she passed away 25 years ago. So that's not a problem.
With Renee Good, you know that
Mm,
the ICE who shot her, right,
mm,
stopped her getting any medical treatment for 3.5 minutes.
mm.
There was a doctor there on the scene saying, "I need to stop the bleeding. Let me go and help her," and they wouldn't let her go.
No, no, they're evil bastards. The whole lot of them. I'm sorry to say it. If you signed up for ICE, right, you've done it for a malicious and vindictive reason. You have not done it because you care about your country. You have done it so that you can take control of other people's lives.
Yeah.
That is the only reason you've done it. Do not try to pretend this is some sort of patriotic act. If I swear, God, I mean, I don't know if anybody will ever see this that has joined ICE, but if you have joined ICE, you have done it on purpose to be malicious,
Yeah.
to be vindictive, and to be cruel. It's purely performative cruelty,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know what else to say about it
yeah.
anymore because we you know we seem to it escalates and escalates and escalates and then states try to pass their own laws. You see that the guy in Chicago, I think it was the either the mayor or the governor. I think it was the mayor who
Mm.
said they will start detaining actual ICE agents if they break the law. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sorry, mate. It just
There's only
does.
so much diazepam I could take a day, okay? If I
Okay.
have anxious shit going on, I got anxious shit going on,
I'm
all right?
sorry. If I was there, I'd give you a hug.
I
Genuinely
appreciate
would.
that, but
Yeah. I'm
my
sorry.
penis is out, so you would be uncomfortable.
Jesus Christ, Scott. Oh my word. Oh my word. Anyway, Tim
But
Ballum.
seriously,
Yeah, go on.
I am not wanking. My legs shake. I am having anxiety today. It is
Do
bad.
you want me to get like a little thing that says on the screen?
Scott is not wanking.
Scott is not wanking. Do you remember chat? Do you remember chat roulette?
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
It's still a thing. It's still,
Is it?
You can still do it.
Oh
Isn't
my
it
God.
called Omegle now or something like that? That had sort of taken it over. The we I'll tell you a little story over the pandemic.
Go on then.
Over the pandemic, we did a big Zoom call with some friends of mine that live in Birmingham, and then they had a lot of their sort of Birmingham friends on who I didn't really know, and they decided that one of them was going to do chat roulette, and then shared the screen.
Yeah.
It was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen because she played along with it completely. So every time every time there was a penis, we all cheered, and then and she would play along because they start talking dirty and shit, don't they? And she's like, oh yeah, oh baby, like it was probably one of the funniest nights I've ever had on Zoom in my entire life. But I have never personally gone on there because I don't really need to hear you're bald, your teeth are rotten, are fucked up. I don't need to hear it. But in regards to my shaking, yeah, today has not been a good day, Graham. The fact that I'm here is a fucking miracle.
It is a
Let
miracle.
me say,
We didn't know until the very last minute.
yes,
So
let
thank
me
you.
show. Oh, I'm doing this to try to cheer myself up.
Okay, well, I will try and cheer you up. We'll talk about the halftime show at the Super Bowl. That'll cheer you up.
I didn't watch any of it.
Tim Ballum.
And I'm actually very disappointed in it, to be quite honest with you, and I'll tell you why.
Tim Ballum, £5 super chat. Did you hear about the DOJ lawyer Julie Lee saying she would like to be held in contempt so she could get 24 hours sleep? She also 24 hours sleep. She also feared for her family. This is an ICE attorney who publicly expressed frustrations with her role and told the court this job sucks. No longer detailed to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Minnesota. She was DOJ lawyer, and she's like, I can't take this anymore.
The protesters are they're standing outside their accommodation, playing music all night. Live bands are literally playing outside their accommodation. I saw a very funny video where some TikToker who they did a sort of a dildo drive-by. So when the ICE agents were driving by, people threw dildos at the cars. which I thought was quite funny.
It's a waste of
And
good
they're all
film.
screaming shit like "eat a dick" and stuff like that. So
Excellent, good stuff. Well, apparently, she said in front of she was an attorney representing the U.S. Attorney's Office in Minnesota. In response to a federal judge's questions on why ICE had repeatedly failed to comply with court orders, she replied, the system sucks, this job sucks. I wish you would hold me in contempt so I would have a full 24 hours sleep. She added in comments that quickly went viral.
This sucks. Oh,
I
this
told you to
sucks.
cheer you
I
up.
can't do
Thanks for that,
anything.
Tim. Thanks
You
for
suck. I gotta go.
First super chat of the night.
What was that? What was that? Sorry.
Oh, you said first super chat of the night. I was just saying thank you to Tim. But yeah, let's talk about the halftime show. So what's your beef? Tell me your beef.
My beef
Your big
is
beef you
that,
want.
you know, the world's biggest punk rock band censored themselves. And that annoyed me. It really annoyed me. If you are a punk rock band,
You're talking about Green Day performed the opening of the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So they were on before the first half quarter, 2 quarters, whatever.
Yes.
So they chickened out when singing American Idiot because they normally use the word MAGA in it when they sing it live now. They didn't do that.
No.
But was some of it censored? Because this week we had JD Vance at the Winter Olympics and the American networks censored him being booed. Yeah. The rest of the world heard it, but he didn't. So I was wondering if maybe they did say it, but maybe it was censored.
No, you could tell how seamlessly it was. What they did is they just literally cut out the second verse. So he was, all he said was "let's go crazy," and then they started doing the sort of the mid sort of breakdown of the song, and completely skipped the whole verse. And I just thought, I mean, you guys were supposed to be punk rock. You're not punk rock. Yeah. I'm sorry. If you were truly punk rock, you would have got up there and you would have said it with your full chest. And people are going, I've seen clips online and stuff, and they did Holiday and they did some other sort of anti-establishment songs or whatever. But at the same time, that does not pack the same punch. When he says it on, at his shows, we're not here for the MAGA agenda. That packs a punch. That is blatantly saying something. He chickened out.
Yeah.
Chickened out. You could have, and if it was a case of time, right, you could have cut something else. That, I think, was
I don't know if it was time.
Message.
I think it was because probably their children would be murdered in their sleep by the Gestapo that literally exists in America that can murder with impunity right now. And we can talk about people down the line facing prosecution.
ICE would show up at their house and try to kill their kids. I honestly don't believe that. No. But, it would have pissed off Trump. Fine. Who cares if they're a punk rock band?
I think the next thing they're going to do to test the waters is they're going to kill a kid and see if they can get away with that. Because they got away with killing the woman. They got away with killing the fella. Absolutely got away with it. The guys who did it, not being put on trial, they haven't been arrested for murder. They've had some dildos thrown at them. I genuinely think they're just seeing how far they can take it. But that Irish guy who's been held by ICE, listening to his interview, but he called up the radio station. It's like the equivalent of Ireland's, I think it's RTE radio. So they're
like Ireland's Radio 1 or something.
Yeah, LBC. So he called in from the detention centre. Said, I've been here for 5 months, and he explained what the conditions were like inside the detention centre, and it sounded like a concentration camp. It sounded exactly like a Nazi concentration camp. And I think that at some point, some videos are going to come out, some pictures maybe from inside these places, and it's going to be, it's going to be shocking. It's going to be really horrific. It's going to be very triggering for the vast majority of us, but there are going to be those MAGA fuckers who look at that and, it turns them on. Yeah. It's the only way they can come these days.
That's how you treat the foreign illegals.
Yeah.
So
it's really grim. But yeah, so they played a bit of Holiday, didn't they? But they got that lyric in about "Seek Heil to the President Gas Man." They didn't say that on Green Day, off the American Idiot album.
So punk rock. Fuck off. You're not punk rock anymore. There's this corporate America's corporate America. You know, they are the Ford of punk rock. They are the Nissan of punk rock. They are literally the Walmart of punk rock.
They were good
Do
in
you know one of the most
2004,
punk
though.
rock performances I've ever seen was actually Metallica, where
Kid
they
Rock.
did
Kid Rock.
no. No. Metallica played were due to I think they were playing the MTV Awards. They got shoved on at the last. They got you know, they were going to be the last band. I don't think they were too happy about it, and I think they were kind of told what songs they were allowed to play.
Yeah.
So what they did is they went up there and did Anti-Nowhere League's So What,
Yeah.
which is, if you know the lyrics to that song,
Yeah.
not safe for TV. But they did the whole thing, and that's all they played, and then they threw their instruments, and that was it. Well, you didn't get to even see half of that because they cut them off.
No.
That's what should have happened.
Okay.
There should have been our protest.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had that one opportunity that they're
They
never
had the
going to have
one
again.
opportunity.
While
Yes.
Trump is in the presidency.
Yeah.
While, you know, the Republicans have got the House and the Senate. And, yeah, ICE are running around murdering American citizens with impunity. Shooting women. Shooting white, Christian, American women. American citizens who have no criminal record.
Yeah.
Absolutely no excuse. And they did that and they got away with it. Murdering with impunity, which is, you know, the Nazis. That's what the Nazis did. Tim Ballins dropped another £5 super chat in. Thank you. Dig deeper. And it said the person responsible for ignoring the court orders is the pastor at the church that Don Lemon was arrested for reporting in. So this is another story. Thank you very much for the super chat there, Tim. Another story that came out a couple of weeks ago when Don Lemon, the veteran reporter who's worked on TV news for over 20, 25 years, was arrested.
He was arrested, right?
For going into a church where there was a protest going on. And he wasn't protesting. He was just covering the fact that there was a protest going on. And they arrested him because they could. And they held him. They didn't even get him a phone call. You know this whole thing of like, you get a phone call when you get arrested? You didn't get a phone call. But before we go on, I've just brought to my attention by my brain that I didn't say hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, we've got BlabRCW in there. We've got Reverend Kathy and One Angry Pagan, Lost Missionary. Tim, obviously, with the super chats there. Thank you. We've got Bolskov in there. And Darnashard and Indie Duckmel. Hello. And others. Sorry, Jenny's in there. Jez, if I've missed your name. Liz Allen, if I've missed your name, sorry. But if you'd like to join our friends in the chat, our socialites in the chat, all you need to do is hit the subscribe button and wait for approximately 60 seconds, and you'll be able to join in the chat. But that would be a troll because we've got an army of mods who will come down on you like a ton of bricks. Right. So back to the halftime show. Did you hear about the Turning Point US halftime show?
Yeah, I saw. But this is the thing, yeah. Was this the Kid Rock performance?
Yes.
No, I thought I saw a video actually today saying that was 5 days ago.
Really?
Did that happen last night? Well, none of the Republicans were at the Super Bowl.
Maybe they filmed it last night. Maybe they filmed it 5 days ago, but it was only released last night.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Some good news. Got some good news. Sarah
Mm-hmm.
Davis says, Graham, I've reviewed your holiday request and can now say you can have Friday off. Oh, thanks, Sarah. Have Friday off to go and see Ash in Liverpool.
Well, fantastic.
So what happened was in the US, and they had the Super Bowl yesterday, Super Bowl 60, or LX as they like to call it, because they're groovy like that. And no, XL. Was it XL? No, LX. Okay. It would be LX, wouldn't it? XL would be 40.
I don't know why we still use Roman numerals.
Because it's like Rocky. It's like Rocky.
It's stupid.
What? Anyway, it's the 60th Super Bowl. And it was some team against some other team. But we don't care about that. All we care about is a halftime show.
No one gives a shit about the game.
In the actual stadium in California, you had Bad Bunny, Benito, Antonio, Martinez Ocasio performing. And his performances including Latin music, reggaeton, and
reggaeton, isn't it?
Reggaeton, and rich Puerto Rican cultural elements with cinematic staging and scenes. Lady Gaga and Ricky Martin appeared during the stages of performance. The show ended with the theme of unity and love, projecting the only thing more powerful than hate is love. The viewership was enormous. The official halftime show was received to well over 100 million viewers.
That's a lot.
And meanwhile, so this is, by the way, this guy's Puerto Rican, which means he's from America, because Puerto Rico is part of America. If you think it's not, you're thinking of Costa Rica. That's somewhere else. It's got a similar name, different place. Puerto Rico is part of America. It's one of 5 American overseas territories, along with the U.S. Virgin Islands, Guam, the Northern Mariana Islands, and American Samoa. Scott, do you know anyone who's been to all 5 of those places?
Yeah, some twat named Graham.
That's me. That's him. I mean, that's that person. That's that. Oh, where's my book? I was gonna.
Just
my book here.
Book. There we go, man versus the world.
This one's only got the U.S. Virgin Islands in. The others are in the other books. So yeah. The critics praised the halftime show for its cultural significance and the fact that it was just really well executed. There were parallels there with the opening of the. I mean, it was a small scale, obviously, but because it was only a halftime show. But there were similarities I felt with the 2012 opening ceremony of the Olympics, where it had this sort of telling of the culture and the past of a place. In this case, it was Puerto Rico, and it did it in a really interesting and stylized way that was entertaining, and it was good. It was really good. Meanwhile, Turning Point USA, set up by the late Charlie Kirk, he's dead. Don't tell Erica. She'll be all crying. She'll be tears everywhere. You know what she's like. And then she set some fireworks off, which is very, and when someone dies and you come on stage to fireworks to celebrate them dead being. Anyway, Turning Point USA, which is a ultra right-wing Nazi party group in America, had their own alternative halftime show, headlined by Kid Rock, who likes to sing about being a country and Western person. But do you want to know a few things about Kid Rock? Do you know anything about Kid Rock, Scott?
Yeah, I know quite a few things.
Are you still awake? Are you still there? Are you still with us?
Yeah, he's dickhead. Fuck him. So
Kid Rock was born in the deep southern state of Michigan to incredibly wealthy parents. He grew up in a house with 7 bathrooms. So, wrong side of the street. And he tried to make it in the 90s, along with contemporaries such as Eminem. But whereas Eminem had something to rap about because he'd actually lived a difficult life up to that point, Kid Rock was some podgy little Nepo baby who had never had to do a real day's work in his fucking life, never suffered any kind of real trauma. And no one liked what he had to say. So he pivoted towards putting the Confederate flag behind him and singing country songs.
Well, also he did have he did go into the sort of genre of rap rock, trying to have a bit of a country twist to it. So yeah, when you hear there were some minor hits that he did, the Da whatever it's fucking called, and there was the other hit he had, which was more countrified, but the I cannot for the life of me remember it. So it was Kid Rock. What was Kid Rock's one hit? Because really, in a way, what was Kid Rock's hit?
It was American Badass.
There's American Badass. Yeah, that again fell into the rock and rap.
He was hip hop, wasn't he? And then he sort of shifted away from that hip hop to country and western.
Yeah, the country western song was Urban rap western, blah blah blah. What was the fucking name of the famous song? This is stupid.
So while this was going on, Turning Point USA were doing their own thing. Apparently Trump was watching the real halftime show, not the fake one made by Turning Point, on YouTube, which got 6 million views, I think. Meanwhile, the actual thing got got 100 million at least. Donald Trump publicly criticised the Bad Bunny show on social media, calling it absolutely terrible, an affront to the greatness of America, complaining it was unintelligible and unworthy. Trump and some conservative commentators objected to the show's Spanish language heavy performance and perceived political tone. Many celebrities, but many other celebrities and politicians and commentators praised a Bad Bunny set as a joyous, inclusive cultural celebration reinforcing American diversity. It was 100. So the All American halftime show viewership. The All American halftime show, that was the Kid Rock thing, peaked at around 5.2 to 6.1 million concurrent viewers on YouTube. And on Bad Bunny's halftime show, it was 130 million plus viewers, apparently.
Yeah, I mean that just says it all, really. Yeah.
So Trump had a go at saying the Bad Bunny show was terrible, and one of the reasons why he felt like that this show was terrible and that children shouldn't be watching it is there was a line. This is in a song that Bad Bunny wrote. And it goes like this. It goes, young ladies, I like 'em underage. See, some say that's statutory, but I say it's mandatory. Oh, sorry, I was reading off the wrong thing. That's not Bad Bunny. Sorry. That's Kid Rock. That's a Kid Rock song called Cool Daddy Cool that was released in 2001. So no wonder Trump likes him, fellow friend of Epstein. So there you go. I mean, this is the world we're living in right now. Don't know what we did. Don't know which Polynesian volcano god we pissed off, but
let's get someone to jump in it, like Joe versus the Volcano, the worst movie ever made. Yeah. Maybe we all need to sacrifice Trump to a volcano.
I'm willing to give it a go.
Not end, huh?
I'm willing to give it a go.
Yeah,
throw him in with his
great idea.
Throw him in with his medal that he got from from being the Peace Prize from FIFA.
Oh, the FIFA fucking.
He could be holding it, and then it could be the last
that literally
thing
annoys
to
me
melt
every time
on the lava.
Every time I did a TikTok about that at the time, and I re-looked at that the other day, and I was like, "Oh, fuck me! What a joke!" That was literally what a joke! What an absolute ass-kissing weirdo fucking joke that was. That was crazy. That was literally crazy.
So the headline act was on this alternative show was Kid Rock. And if anyone's seen the clips today on TikTok or on YouTube, you'll see that Kid Rock was lip syncing.
Barely singing it. Barely.
He was lip syncing badly because he forgot the words to his own song. He's probably jacked up on heroin or whatever these rich American.
Well, I mean, I thought I heard him over singing his song. Do you know what I mean? Like he wasn't. He was.
No, there's a part where he's supposed to be doing a bit of a rap bit, and his mouth is not making, and then he just
yeah. I saw that. No, I literally saw there was the parts where he stopped even bothering to move his lips and just let the words sort of be there. You know what I mean? Like I definitely saw that. For sure. Yeah. That but I thought he was sort of singing over the backing track. Yeah. But at certain points, not the whole time. He fucked it all up.
Well, Jez Hunt says, "Oh, Graham, the Suede gig you went to is up on YouTube. It was randomly recommended to me. That's cool. That's how you got. I got the set list.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Let's have a look.
What, you want to have a look at the songs?
There's
quite a few from the new album. There's Disintegrate and Dancing with the European Antidepressants.
Oh, they play Animal Nitrate well early.
Oh, yeah. They got in with that. And then ended on Saturday night because it was a Saturday night. But I guess it was in brackets because it was like, if Brett's too tired, because he's getting on,
No,
you know.
Ricky and
He's in his
Beautiful Ones
50s.
at the end. I thought Animal Nitrate would be like the last one. That's crazy. But
Mm.
I guess that gets the crowd going after
Living
like 4
Dead.
new
Living
songs.
Dead was insane, right? Living Dead. Halfway through the song, Brett, it was just him and the piano, and he just put the microphone down by his side and just belted it out with his voice, and everyone went shh, 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 and everyone shushed up, and it was just hairs on the back of your neck.
I'm glad you had a good time.
Much better than Kid fucking Rock. Tell you that, better than Kid Rock.
So yeah, Kid Rock was doing that sort of, like I said, I thought he was kind of like over miming, but I think the bit that made me laugh was when he was kind of over singing the backing track, but he wasn't in time with the backing track. So it was kind of like a oh or something, and then it was oh, you know what I mean? Like he was off by like 2 seconds.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. So I'm just being very cheeky and just inviting people to Ash on Friday. I'm multitasking. But yeah, there was a couple of things in the chat here. Ernie Burns, it was apparently 143 million viewers, which is a new record. And
Crazy.
Also, Bowles-Cobb makes a really good point. It was a great advert for Statehood for Puerto Rico. Bad Bunny show, it really was. No excuses for how quick they're going to give Statehood to Greenland. Yeah. They've gone on about making Greenland or Canada the 51st state. And poor old Puerto Rico is there going, I'm right here.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Jake Paul is a really good point made by Jenny here. Jake Paul was slagging Bad Bunny off for not being American, yet Jake has moved to Puerto Rico for tax reasons. So he was this YouTuber, or whatever the fuck he is, the one who got his head battered in by the other boxer the other day.
Oh, that was
brilliant.
Unreal.
That was great. Do that again. Can you do that again? But yeah,
he wouldn't have a face next time. I mean, he really was absolutely.
Do you know what? There's something that connects all these right-wing motherfuckers across the world. You know, in America, in Argentina, in Hungary, in Italy, in the UK, in Australia, in Japan. Do you know what it is?
They're all dickheads.
They're all massive cunts.
Yeah.
Like, they are just genuinely the most horrible people you would ever have to fucking deal with. They don't care about anyone but themselves. They're just vindictive. They're cruel. They get off on other people's misery. Like that doctor in the Black Mirror episode. I think it's Black Museum. I think that's the one where there's a doctor and he feels sexual pleasure from inflicting pain on others. And that's what they're like. And I saw a video a while ago of this woman, and she was complaining about traveling around Europe, and everyone wants to know her politics. Everyone asked her, "Did you vote for Trump?" And she thought it was so rude that people were asking to vote for Trump. So don't ask an American if they voted for Trump. Ask them, "Are you going to kill me? Are you contemplating killing me if you could get away with it?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Just ask them that, because then you'll know if they voted for Trump. You don't even ask them directly.
I think
that's what you want to know.
The only people that think it's rude to ask if they voted for Trump are people that voted for Trump.
Yes.
Because no one else, if you didn't vote for Trump, you're not going to think that a rude question. You're going to say, no, I didn't. And the only people that think that it's rude are the people that do it.
Yeah.
You know, asking what someone earns, you know, that you work with or something, their salary, that's rude. That's invasive. That's, you know, that could be a personal thing. Who you voted for, not really that big of a fucking deal, to be quite honest. And the only people that make it a big deal are the ones that vote against the interests of the people and only of the interest of themselves.
Yeah, it's very true. Very true.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that whole situation. You know, do you know who else played this halftime show? Right, so you got Bad Bunny and Lady Gaga and stuff, you know, household names. This alternative show, you had Kid Rock, who I have heard of just because he hangs around with Trump, but Brantley Gilbert, Lee Price, Lee Bryce, I'm not even saying his name right, Lee Bryce, and Gabby Barrett.
Right.
And they were framing it as a patriotic counterpoint to Bad Bunny's show.
Who the fuck are they?
Just some nobodies. Just no. But this is the thing with Trump and all of his people around him. They're all fucking B list. And no, actually, they're not even B list. They're fucking Z list. They're all
Yeah.
Z list motherfuckers. Trump himself was on some shitty TV show where he had to get these posh kids and give them little shitty tasks to do, and then said, "You're fired." We've got a British version, The Apprentice. That's where we got that bellend who's just joined Refuck, and we also got Haiti Hopkins. That's been a fucking boon, hasn't it? The Apprentice gave America Trump. Pretended that he was a fucking businessman. He's not. He's not. He's just a little gobshite playing with his daddy's money. That's it. Gambling with his daddy's money. I mean, imagine gambling money on a casino. Not in a casino, but on a casino and failing twice. That's quite impressive to bankrupt 2 different casinos. How'd you do that, Scott? Like, how? How could you be so bad at fixing it? Fixing the odds.
Fixing a casino so that you can make money off the people that come in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, because if I knew how to do that, I'd do it.
But yeah, I mean, just the everything about like the difference between the turning point sort of world that they want to create. That's what the halftime show they would like to be. Bad sound, people we've never heard of, singing, miming badly.
But yeah,
It's the
or
world.
shouting over.
It's a shitty idiocracy, Z list. Just a beta. It'd be a beta world. You know, they like to call us betas because we're, you know, liberal. We're woke. You know, oh yeah, betas. You all be, and you're like, really? Okay. So what do you want? What's the culture that Trump and his mates want to create of America? And it's a culture of doom and gloom and horror. You know, people being horrible to each other all the time. So this which brings us, so about people being horrible to each other, this brings us to the third story I wanted to talk about tonight, is Ghislaine Maxwell is back in the news. Because she's been interviewed by the House Oversight Committee. Now, this was done via video from her jail cell in Texas or wherever the fuck she is. She's currently serving a 20-year federal sentence for sex trafficking related crimes. She refused to answer any questions. She took the fifth, as they say, which seems to be the only amendment that's still in play in Trump's America. James Comer, who was the Republican chair, said the outcome was as expected but disappointing. Her lawyer, David Marcus, said she's prepared to speak fully and honestly if granted clemency by Donald Trump. And reporting notes that Maxwell has a pending habeas corpus effort challenging her conviction and the trial fairness, cited as a reason for her silence under oath. Meanwhile, Republican Ro Khanna said he intended to ask about a court filing Maxwell made referencing 4 named co-conspirators and not 25 others not indicted. And he also flagged up questions about Trump and Epstein's social ties and any pardon discussions. Khanna also highlighted that Maxwell previously spoke to Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, a former Trump personal attorney, without invoking the fifth, calling her new stance inconvenient. Meanwhile, Melanie Stansbury, who is a representative for, where is she? She's where is she? She's New Mexico's first district. She's a Democrat. She put out a video this evening, basically saying that Ghislaine Maxwell didn't say anything. She pled the fifth, and she made it very clear via her lawyer that if Trump gives her clemency, she will continue taking the fifth till the rest of her life. So basically, if you want me to keep quiet about all this, then you can pay me. Sorry, pay me. Free me. Just free me for all the crimes that I committed against hundreds of women and girls. How do they defend it, Scott? How?
They seem, I think they seem to think that they haven't done anything wrong. That's all I can think. That's the only thing that makes sense in my mind, is that they don't think they did anything wrong. Because any right-thinking person would know and understand that they did. So it doesn't make sense to me, other than they believe they hadn't done anything bad, or they believe in some sort of innocence, or they are just trying their luck because they're criminals, and that's what criminals do. They
Yeah.
try their luck.
Yeah.
I can't even explain. I have nothing in regards to this whole thing, you know. Um, when it comes to Epstein files, you could release 3 million sheets of fucking paper, right? You can redact the shit out of it, yeah. But when you read into it and you read between the lines, everything, you know that every single rich, powerful person in this fucking in the northern hemisphere
Mm.
was somehow involved with Jeffrey Epstein in some way, and
Yeah.
they will receive no punishment for it.
Yep, you're right.
So until I see people arrested, I actually don't care, because it's just noise.
Yeah, but I'm going to be very surprised. Although this evening, breaking news: the Prince,
Has been
sorry, now
arrested.
King Charles has said that they're prepared to give evidence to the police against his brother.
Okay.
So that's quite interesting.
Well, good, good. They could have done that fucking 5 years ago, when
Well, here's
uh,
something, Scott. I'm raging.
his freedom was bought by his
Yeah.
mother. The unfortunate last thing she did, that of any consequence, and it was to defend her son to the death.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess a mother can relate to that, but but you know
I can't, and I'm a
when
motherfucker.
yeah, like, she still fronted up all that
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
to me, it's 5 years too late, or how many years it was.
Tim is pointing out. Sorry, no, it wasn't Tim. Who was it who pointed out? They're not Z list. They're E list, as in Epstein's list.
That's very good.
E-list celebrities. Tim, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Tim's being very generous. Tim's keeping us afloat tonight.
Yes.
He's keeping the lights on. Thank you, Tim. If she's given up, if she gives a pardon, or if she's given a pardon, or the DOJ already has the information, she loses the ability to use the fifth, and that's why she wants clemency. Oh, I see. So
because obviously they're going to be asking you questions that might incriminate. Well, you don't use the fifth unless you feel like you're going to be
incriminating yourself.
Incriminating yourself. So yeah, I mean, clearly the questions were leading to other crimes that she had done. She wasn't gonna admit to it.
Yeah.
And if she wants to plead the fifth for the rest of her life while she's in jail, we'll have fun with that, sweetheart. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can keep doing it. You're still in jail.
Yeah.
And good.
So we've got some more depositions coming out. We've got Les Wexner on the 18th of Feb. We've got Hillary Clinton on the 26th of Feb. We've got Bill Clinton on the 27th of Feb. And then we've got Richard Kahn, who was Epstein's accountant, on the 11th of March. And we've got Darren Indyke, who's Epstein's lawyer, on the 19th of March. Now, here's a question for you. Client attorney privilege, does that continue if your client is dead?
I am actually, I've been watching a shit ton of Law and Order recently.
I knew you were the right person to ask about this, Scott.
And I think yes, I think it does. I think if someone is dead, their lawyer can still cite client and attorney privilege. They can't expose their secrets just because they're dead. I think
really?
You got
me excited then. I thought you were saying they could say things.
No. I think because there was an episode in SVU where that had come up, and I remember remarking, going, "Oh, I didn't know that."
Yeah, it says no. Death does not automatically end attorney-client privilege.
There you go.
The privilege survives the death of the client, as established by the U.S. Supreme Court precedent, ensuring that confidential communications remain protected to encourage open legal counsel during a person's lifetime.
Yeah, because like, you know, you could sit there and if you're going to admit to your lawyer, right, that you were a child molester, but that lawyer got you off from the charge of being a child molester, right? And then you die, she can't go around and tell everyone, well, he actually told me he was a child molester for real. Not only would, you know, it would obviously ruin the credibility of the attorney, but it would also
Oh no, Scott, what happened?
you know,
stopped.
ruin the reputation of the person.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
What?
it's fine.
Again?
You just glitched for a moment. We'll make the old Wayne's internet joke.
Anyway, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. I'm just elaborating. Yeah, no. Client and attorney privilege still exists after you die.
Yeah. Although that privilege can be waived after death in some instances. So there are some instances where it can be waived, but
I'm sure very few.
Just that, yeah. The sad thing is that this was, and we keep saying this, don't we? If all the people in the Epstein list were all Democrats, and some of them are, I mean, Bill Clinton's all over the bloody thing. Do you know what I mean? But like, if it was all, imagine this came out under Biden's watch, right? And his name was in there 30,000 times on the documents that were released, and not the 3 million that we haven't even seen yet. We don't know how many times it's in that. Imagine his name is in that many times. Do you think the QAnon lot running around in their pizza basements would be going, oh yeah, no, there's nothing to see here. This is boring. Can we move on? Boring. Can we move on? No, they fucking wouldn't. They'll be going absolutely cockaloop ballistic about this. They'll be freaking out. But my question to you, Scott, is why the living fuck did Biden not release these fucking documents, all 6 million of them, when he was president? He's not in them. He's not in them. He is not in them.
I don't know.
He never went to Epstein's Island.
I don't know.
Trump was on the ropes. Everyone turned against him. Even Fox News turned against him after January the 6th. And instead of taking the opportunity to arrest the motherfucker down in Mar-a-Lago, get those fucking documents that he stole, get the DOJ on. They sat there for a year, Scott, more than a year, just talking about it in their shitty fucking Parliament building. And then they went, it's okay, we're going to impeach him. And they're like, you're not going to impeach him because all that means it goes to the Senate for them to convict, and you need a supermajority, and they're not going to do that. It's like saying, it's okay, we've got Al Capone, and we're going to put him on trial for murder. And you're like, oh, that's great. I'm going to spend a year talking about all the terrible things he's done and producing all this massive evidence. Oh, that's brilliant. And but the only thing is, we need a unanimous number of jurors, of the 12 jurors, to say that he did it. Oh, that should be fairly easy. But here's the thing. 6 of those jurors actually work for Al Capone. And he said out loud, publicly, that if they vote against him, if they send him down, if they find him guilty, he's going to murder them and their families. And they went, oh, okay. Oh, no, it's all right. We'll just press on. We'll just press on with the trial. I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And it's just, I honestly despise Biden now. I never used to. But like, after he stayed on too long and all the opportunities he missed to fucking destroy this disgusting orange smear of a man that is now propping up the White House, knocking down the White House, and he didn't take it. What a prick. History is not going to be kind to Joe Biden, I'll tell you that now.
Well, according to the wall of presidents that Donald Trump has defaced the White House with, he has 2 plaques of how shit he was. So,
not bad in 4 years. He should have gone after Trump with everything. Everything.
Total presidential.
Trump did. Trump went after all of his enemies. He never stopped going after his enemies, even though there was no evidence they'd done anything wrong. But Trump had evidence.
It's the goody two shoes, I'm
sick of it.
They go low, we go high. I've been bored of it for years. Bored of it for years. We need to play these people in their fucking game. Yeah. And winning.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to make jokes when Charlie Kirk gets killed by someone brandishing a weapon in a university, in a public execution, in exactly the way he would have wanted to go. He advocated for people to carry guns on university campuses. He advocated for children to attend public executions. Fucking hell, he got his wish. We can't make jokes about that because that's sick and it's wrong and it's really horrible. How dare you say that about a person who's just died? And then Renee Good dies. 37-year-old innocent woman, did nothing wrong, trying to turn a car around in the street because it was blocked by ice, and they fucking shot her dead. Her last words were, "I'm not angry with you." And yeah, I mean, they're making jokes. The MAGA lot are making jokes straight away, horrific jokes about her. But that's okay. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this idea that we've got to be all on the fucking moral high ground over here, and they can just say whatever the fuck they like.
Yeah.
When they go low, fucking kick them.
Yeah, kick them while they're down. Fuck them.
You know when
it's at a point where they keep going too low, low, right? Yeah. And at a point someone has to stop it and go, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but yeah. So just to I tell you what though, Scott, when she came out on stage with all those fireworks, I thought, ooh, that's what my pants looked like when I found out what happened. Anyway, moving on. It's all right. You can't hear me. I did think while I was watching Suede, because they have a great B-side, which is on. I forgot what single it was on.
They were very famous for that, weren't they? They were very famous
B-sides, for these. Amazing. They had this great double album called Sci-Fi Lullabies.
Skunk and Nancy were quite prolific for that as well. Where when they released singles, they always put original material on it.
Yeah, a decent B-side. But I think it was one of the. I don't think it was the first time. I think it was probably Dogman Star era, but they had a song called "Killing of a Flash Boy." And I thought, fucking hell, you just change that lyric a little bit to "Killing of a Fash Boy" and just make it about Charlie Kirk. You'd hardly have to change any of the lyrics, to be honest with you. Someone should do that. Someone with a better singing voice than I. Pygmalion, £2 super chat. Any plans for the Trump after party? Yeah. I just hope, I want him to go in an amusing way. I want, whatever way he goes, I want it to be fucking hilarious. Like, he just literally shits himself
like
to
he
death.
Falls down the stairs of Air Force One and shits his pants, and all the poo comes out down by the leg of his shoe. Yeah, and it's captured.
Just explosive comes out of him.
Like a huge shit just fucking flies out of his.
And no one wants
horrible asshole.
They're trying to save his life, but they keep holding their nose because it's like, it stinks.
Stinks so fucking terribly.
And he's like, What's a good movie death that's like quite satisfying? We've got to think of like good movie deaths where the villain gets it, but in a really like fuck yeah, take that kind of way. That's what we need.
Game of Thrones, King Joffrey.
That's not that good.
It was absolutely brilliant.
The Golden Crown. What's his name? The brother of Dragon Lady. In the first season, and he's like, "You want your golden crown?" And he pulls. Oh my god, that image of that it still gives me PTSD to this day. It's so fucked up. Really yeah, like that. That'd be great. You go. Here you go, Trump. Here's your golden fucking. Do you want a golden crown, Trump? And he'd be like,
"Send a golden crown because he's 12. Toilet. Fuck you." There you go.
Let's give him a golden crown on the toilet.
Yeah.
Let's get all the Game of Thrones.
I want him to defecate himself live on TV. Worse than he already has so far. Did you see that video last week?
We should pull the chat into this because I'm not going to hell alone, Scott. Let's pull the chat. We should do like a poll that says, how do we want him to go? Do we want him to shit himself to death? Do we want to furnish his head with a shiny golden crown?
I think most people would just want him to shit himself to like the sheer embarrassment of that, you know? Yeah.
Do you know what? I want him to go to jail. I just want him to spend the rest of his days in a fucking jail cell talking to
But he
himself.
would, you know, we really
He's
want
too
to think
rich.
about it. He would.
He's too rich.
He would be put in a fucking holiday camp.
Like in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah, like they just
They just get away
Yeah.
with it, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. All the people in the chat are like, oh, you can't. I'm not going to touch this. This is where we get demonetized.
Oh, right. They're thinking of different ways to tell.
Not supposed to talk about this. Not supposed to talk about this. So yeah. Before we go, we have got space and time. A few more minutes, haven't we, Scott? Because we haven't been quite going for an hour yet because we started a little bit late. That was my fault, not Scott's fault. I could have started it on my own. But we have got time for a few more super chats, and that would
Release the Cafefe.
The release the confetti. We've got one more super chat there. We've got Richard falling into a vat of fake tan. Oh, I like that. The ironic death. It'll be like in Batman, 1989 Batman, and you'll see his hands coming out the toxic gloop. And it's completely orange.
Amazing.
And then it goes down into the gloop.
Yeah, that would be good.
Brilliant.
Or, you know what would be amazing?
Go on.
RoboCop, the RoboCop death.
That one. Smashed into by a car. being driven.
And then just boom.
By one of Epstein's victims.
That's literally one of the best movie deaths ever. It literally is. I remember
that fucked me up as a kid. I must have seen RoboCop when I was about like 7 or something.
I was like, that fucked me right up. I was like, what the fuck is happening to this guy? My mom's like, he was acid was poured all over him. I was like, what? I will never go acid ever in my life.
Let's not go to Detroit. Let's not go to future Detroit. Viper Scott, thank you very much for the £2 super chat. Dizz's confetti fixed time. And that means we have five super chats, which means we've hit our target. And therefore, it gives me great pleasure to release the confetti. 3, 2, 1, confetti! Woo! Okay. So that's good. That's all good.
50 fucking years old. This is my life in front of a computer.
Celebrating confetti that you can't even see.
I can't even fucking see it.
You got to use the power of imagination.
I do regularly, especially when I masturbate.
Anyway, hi mom.
Hi mom.
Hi mom.
Hi Grand's mom.
Got another story for you before we go. You know, I mentioned JD
right.
Vance getting booed at the Winter Olympics.
Yes.
Did you hear about the story about him stopping an athlete getting to the actual games?
No, because his motorcade was too big.
His motorcade just took up all the roads in Italy, and obviously they've only got little skinny roads. Where are they? Milan or somewhere? Mm-hmm. And there was a skater, I think, who was trying to get to the arena, and because all the roads were closed for JD fucking Vance, she couldn't get to the actual. Hello, what's going on here? Oh, my internet stopped working. She couldn't get to the.
You're fine to me.
No. I'm typing stuff in and nothing's happening. I pressed that, but nothing happened. When it's the enter key, it's kind of annoying. JD Vance motorcade late. So it was a figure skater. And Jesus Christ. So JD's motorcade has been in Italy slammed as a joke as US skater almost misses Olympics. And I think this is really sad. Okay. Mm-hmm. So there was a figure skater called, I thought that was it there. He's basically, his paid motorcade is making US Olympians late for the games due to traffic. And the particular figure skater whose name is going to be found out in a moment if something would. It's really hard to find things out on the internet these days, isn't it? You type stuff in, it's a load of bloody adverts, and then it's a video. Watch this video. I can't watch the video. Team USA. Okay, there you go. Her name is Alisa Liu, and she was caught up, or Liu. She was caught up in the disruption, and she ended up coming second because she only had literally seconds to put her shoes on and get out onto the ice. Get changed, put her shoes on, get out onto the ice. She didn't have time to do her usual what's it called? Dance type stuff. What's it called?
Warm up.
She didn't have time to do her warm-ups. She didn't have time to do the normal rituals that she would do before going out on the ice. She literally had to just throw a tunic on or whatever the fuck she was wearing. Tunic? That's not even the right word. What is wrong with me today? Just to throw a leotard on. She wear a leotard.
You are a leotard.
Thank you. And then put her boots on and then go out on the ice. And she came second. I mean, you can't really argue with that. If she got there half an hour earlier or an hour earlier, like she meant to be, but she was held up by J.D. Vance's motorcade. If you didn't already hate that man enough, he's now making American athletes lose medals.
I did see a very amusing video of him of the motorcade.
Yes.
And the motorcade was coming out of a building that I think he was meeting the Italian prime minister in.
Yes.
And it was car after car after car.
40 cars.
Car. Yeah.
40 cars. It took them 14 planes to bring the 40 cars over.
Yeah. And the Italian prime minister walked out of the building surrounded by about 10 men. Walked down the road. I mean, this is how scared they are of being assassinated because they know. Like Graham, they know they're hated by a lot of people. They know they are. Of course they know they are. If they're taking 14 fucking planes to drive a bunch of fucking cars so that there's 40 cars so no one can figure out which fucking car he's in, right? They know they're hated, especially in Europe, especially in other countries. They're scared to death of being assassinated or being found because they know they're so hated. Obama could have taken a fucking gone up on a limousine on a sunroof and waved to the people as they went by. People loved Obama. Yeah, these guys, no one likes them.
Yeah.
No one likes them except for their base, their people. Yeah. So this is the sort of bullshit they have to do to get anywhere.
Yeah. There was an athlete who said, Bolskov is reminding of, there was an athlete saying they represent the USA, but does not mean they endorse all the things the US government does, right? No. And the reaction to her saying that was just like insane. Well, you can imagine, the MAGA lot go, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you?
I mean, because they're crazy, they're fucking nuts, and they don't know the difference.
Well, that video of the guy, the Irish guy who called up the radio station in Ireland from the ICE detention camp. Yeah. They are that is just, you've got to listen to it. If you get a chance to head over to TikTok to have a listen to it, I'll actually pin that to the chat now. But
sure,
I pinned the article about it, but you really need to hear what this guy's got to say. And it's just really grim. It's just really grim. But okay, we'll leave it at that, Scott, because I think we all need a bit of downtime. It's Monday nights, good for fighting. Why are we doing tatties? I don't know why we're doing tatties. I do like tatties though. I like neeps and tatties with me haggis. Oh, I can't wait to go back to Scotland. Go back to Scotland in the summer, Scott.
Cool.
Go to Scotland. They've named an entire land after you. How do you feel about that?
That's funny.
It's good, isn't it? I don't think there's any Grahamland. Well, there might be in Antarctica or something. I genuinely think there is a Grahamland somewhere. I'm going to type it into the internet before we go. Grahamland. It's an island in the Antarctic. Fuck is all. Grahamland. Take that, Scott. Land.
I'm not bothered.
Tatties for the bin podcast. Oh, we need tatties for the bin. Absolutely. And Graham looks like AI is filtering the comments. Sorry, we didn't mean to do that. And Mr. Tiss says Obama could take the metro. As Sadiq Khan does quite regularly. He takes the
Sadiq Khan gets the tube.
Yeah. because people don't fucking hate him in the way that
people don't go up to him and start on him. Yeah.
All right,
JD
mate.
Vance would be harassed.
JD Vance. Oh my God.
If he was on the tube by himself,
they'll beat him to death with his own legs.
Yeah. People would go mental on him. So yeah.
Anyway,
he knows that. That's the truth of it.
Thank you to my wonderful co-host Scott Williams, thank you for everyone watching. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for all the chat. Give us a like on the way out. We always like a like on this channel. It doesn't cost anything. Just lick the like. Give the like a lick, and we'll all have cake. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit the bell notification icon so you can find out when we're going to go live. We're going to go live definitely tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, for Morning Brew with me, Graham Hughes. And until then, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Hello, good evening, welcome, and goodbye. Bye.